So we've just been doing two-step equations, and we're going to continue two-step equations, except these are a little bit different. And when I scanned this morning, I didn't get this far side over here. So what you should see on the other side is x plus q all over p equals r. And what I want you to notice on any of these problems is that there's this big fraction bar. On all of the problems, it's not just, for example, x over 2, and it's just the x, and then off of to the side there's a plus 4, for example. It's not just a small fraction, it's this big giant fraction that goes across everything. So in order to do this, normally we start with our adding and subtracting first. Like in this problem over here, we would minus 4 from both sides like we've been practicing. But here, if we take a look at this first question, the plus 8, we actually can't get rid of it first because it's stuck in this big fraction. So the only way, what I like to think about is the only way to get rid of this plus 8 is we have to free it from the fraction. In order to free it from the fraction, we have to get rid of the 3 first. And this line we know means divide. So the opposite of dividing is multiplying, and we're going to multiply by the denominator. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So if you look up at our steps, we're first actually doing the multiplication, which is opposite of what we've been doing to get rid of the denominator. Let's see, this 3 and this 3 cancel. We're left with x plus 8 equals 3 times 3 is 9. And then we have a one step. So now we'll do the addition or the subtraction. So this is plus 8. Opposite of plus 8 is minus 8. So minusing 8 from both sides. The 8's cancel, and 9 minus 8 is 1. So final answer, x equals 1. So all of these are really the same. Your job is just to notice that the times that we're going to do this is when there's the big fraction bar. So let's look at the last 3 real quick. Well, these are all 4s. So 4, 4, 4. But this 4 in the bottom is what we want to get rid of first, to get rid of this big fraction, to free this plus 4. So dividing by 4 is the same as timesing by 4. The 4 that this is canceling is this denominator 4. So those cancel. We're left with x plus 4. That's a plus. There we go. Equals 4 times 4 is 16. And then the opposite of plus 4 is going to be minus 4. And 16 minus 4, those cancel. 16 minus 4 is 12. All right, 2 more. If this doesn't make sense right now, feel free to pause it and call me over, and I can explain any of this to you. If it makes sense, let's keep looking at the last 2. All right, so this is just our variables on the other side, but we're going to do it the same way. So we have to free this 5 from this big fraction. So dividing by 6 is the same as timesing by 6. 2 times 6 is 12 equals, the 6's cancel. We have 5 plus m. And then we have to get rid of the 5. And so we look in front of it and we notice it's a positive 5. So the opposite, the only thing that's going to cancel it is a minus 5. And 12 minus 5 is 7. So m, those cancel. M equals 7. And last but not least, line. Again, our variables on the right side, we want to get rid of this big fraction of 7, so timesing by 7. Negative 3 times 7 is negative 21, which equals negative 4 plus q. So now we need to get rid of the minus 4. And remember, although it's a plus here, we look in front of the 4. The 4 is a negative 4. So the only way to cancel that is we have to have the opposite. So we need to have a plus 4 to cancel it. And let's see, negative 21 plus 4 is q equals negative 17. All right, so you guys have a couple of these. that you're going to try on your own. And then after you get those ones down, the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to put them all together and try kind of a little bit of all two-step equations. So let me know if you need help.